I'm still sad Mr. Robot is over, and today I'll be reviewing a happy cartoon show.
Funeral! Funeral!
Back in the 90s, BoJack was in a very famous TV show called Horsin Around.
I'm glad your parents are dead and are never coming back.
For the first couple episodes, I was amused by his antics and bad dating habits. Then I became concerned because I have the same dating habits.
BoJack, the only reason you want Kelsey to like you is because she's cold and distant.
I'm a little embarrassed it took a retarded cartoon horse to make me realize my romantic woes were at least partially self-inflicted, but I kind of just think that's the power of good writing. My teachers were always saying life was going to pass me by because I'm a lazy fucker, but VLR was what eventually got through to me.
Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
The show also has a shockingly good line about infatuation delivered by this wise nightbird.
You know, it's funny. When you look at someone through rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags.
Even though there's a lot going on in the series, the main through line is BoJack trying to overcome his sadness, and it's done in a very realistic way. Usually Mr. Horseman does better for a while, then things go bad, back and forth, back and forth. In season 4 we get his inner monologue, which makes him probably the most relatable character on television, and gives us an honest look at depression.
You're a piece of garbage, a real shitty piece of garbage.
And since BoJack clearly has a long face, several characters give him possible ways to overcome that sadness, which can also serve as solutions for the viewer. I'm fully aware that clinical depression can't be cured purely by a change in philosophy, but I do think the show's ideas can help you. One of its more obvious takes is that you shouldn't romanticize your own sadness. Another is that happiness is a moment-to-moment thing. If you blindly pursue one goal and think, this thing will make me happy, you're just going to get disappointed. A buddy of mine won a sports thing, something he had wanted forever, and he said it was the best night of his life, followed by the worst morning of his life when he still felt empty. It's depressing for sure, but you can't ignore the truth because it's sad. I think the reason the program is so good at getting these points across is how well done every aspect of the show is. I'll start with the characters. I always thought BoJack was entertaining, but I didn't realize how much I cared about him until I teared up at the season 4 finale. There's also a moment when he finally seems happy with the woman, then she clicks with another dude, and my stomach dropped. Then there's Mr. Peanut Butter, an oblivious idiot or the deepest cover troll operative in history. Early on he serves as a good counterweight for Horseman since he was on a TV show as well and has kind of made peace with the absurdity of life.
The key to being happy isn't the search for meaning, it's to just keep yourself busy with unimportant nonsense, and eventually you'll be dead.
There's also the underrated Princess Carolyn, BoJack's agent.
It's all right. You're gonna get through this. You're gonna get through this.
And Horseman's roommate, played by Aaron Paul.
You are all the things that are wrong with you.
He gets in misadventure after misadventure and invents a store with no floor so people fall when they walk in the door. Finally, there's Diane, a ghostwriter who gets paired up with BoJack by a perpetually panicked penguin. She's a flip-flopper who tries to do the right thing but usually goes about it in the most retarded way possible. But true to her flip-floppy nature, she also has some of the best lines of the series.
That's the thing. I don't think I believe in deep down. I kind of think all you are is just the things that you do.
Well, that's depressing.
Finally, there's a secret protagonist of not only BoJack Horseman, but our entire universe, Vincent Adultman. I don't want to bog the video down by going into it, but I have a conspiracy theory that he's actually 3 kids in a trench coat. I'll make a Patreon-only video on that one. In addition to documenting BoJack's meaningless existence, the show also functions as a satirization of Hollywood with tons of celebrity guest stars. The program also makes fun of BuzzFeed and the media a little bit, cleverly disguising MSNBC as MSNBC so they won't know. A few episodes have outstanding narrative structure, with my favorite being Princess Carolyn's granddaughter giving a presentation about Carolyn's life. There's also a silent episode and ones that center around other characters because BoJack is off being productive. In the first few episodes, the jokes are kind of straightforward, but after that there are quite a few that subvert expectations. The show also does a good job of separating its own point of view from the characters so people can say anything, and they do say anything.
Jacob Goldstein's Jewish.
He is? The boys at the country club are not gonna like that.
And of course, I gotta mention the catchy as hell music.
Kill that fetus, get that fetus, kill that fetus.
Only slight disclaimer I have for the show is while the first 6 episodes are by no means bad, I don't think they're as good as the rest of the series. A neat little story I heard from this guy's channel is IndieWire had a policy where when a new Netflix show dropped, they only watched the first half of the season. They reviewed BoJack and gave season 1 a C+ based off that. However, after watching the second half of the season, they regretted it so much they changed their policy, which I think was stupid to begin with. And in 2018, they named BoJack Horseman the greatest animated show of all time. Of course, this is a Netflix who can't not ruin a good thing, so they still canceled it. But they did tell the creator beforehand, so the recently released Season 6 Part 2 is a good and defined ending to BoJack's story. In fact, I'd say the final episodes are some of the best, and by that I mean really, really dark. Then the finale wraps everything up nicely without making it too easy. There's also an extremely powerful anti-suicide speech, so if you've ever had any sort of suicidal thoughts or ideas and don't want to watch the whole series, just look up halfway down on YouTube. Oh, and for whatever reason, Netflix listed the holiday special as a separate thing, so I completely missed it my first time through. and you don't want to miss it. If you're willing to put up with a little melodrama, another show that covers mental illness is Spinning Out on Netflix. Is like a more grounded Black Swan. If you want trashy reality TV, there's The Circle, also on Netflix.
Dicks over chicks.
And if you want to see what a good Metal Gear Solid movie would look like, you should watch 1917. I'm thinking about reviewing 13 Reasons Why because I keep seeing videos about it, and it looks like a lot of stuff happens in that show. So let me know what you think about that. I'm going to go finally play Fire Emblem, and I'll see you on the next one.
Need anything else?
No thanks, Laura. Go home. I'll see you tomorrow.
Are you gonna head out soon?
Where else would I go?